The summer savings event from Durham stores here.
Hi, everybody. Sorry to keep you all waiting. How's everybody doing? Hi, Connie, Kelly, Impish Artist, Sharon Fort, Ian Robb, 2011, Stephen Haggerty, how are you? Let's see who else is here. LLC, hello. T-Barb, hi. Hi, T-Barb. Oh, thanks, Impish. Yeah, so hi, Kelly Lord. Hi, Jill. Sharon, Taro Newbie, Oren Swan. Yeah, I decided to jump on here tonight because I thought that this would be easier than filming a video and fighting with YouTube. Oh, T-Barb just sat down with food. Well, I'm coming over. Hi, Bien, Adrienne, Debbie, Wendy, R.R. Barry. Hi, girl. Connie Cat Mama, Becky, Jess R, Renee, Cappy's mom, hello. Susan Hubble, Katrina, Twin Flames. I think, let me check, you guys. I think Jenny from Jen Lentero is going to go down or going to go live tonight. So I'm checking with her right now to let you all know. 2535 Apple, hello. Melly S, Jan Anthony, Dusty Rose, Benny, Rosemary Gutierrez, Marby, Bam Bam, Karen Sinclair. Hi, Andy. Jeanette, Karen, Denise. Highlights, yeah, those are my white hairs. Hi, AQ. How you doing? Celeste, Shandar, hi. Let's see who else is here. Marlene, Kay Nelson, Pauline Cypress, Manuel Jimenez, hello. Port Juanini. Well, hello to you and Lorraine. Kate Sweetblue, Michelle Bint. I missed your name. It flew by. Diane Russell, Sharon Sipes, Salome. Let's see. Janie de los Santos. Hello. Oh, Noel's here. How you doing? Andy D. CW. Sharon, Susan, Denise. You call yours highlights? Hi, Kiltessa. Donna L. Young. Hi, Lucien. Oh, thanks, Debbie. That's so kind. And Noelle says she's doing wonderful. That's great. So Sue 55, hello. Sandra, hello to you. Man, there's a lot of you rolling in. Okay, so I'm sure you guys all watched Miss Marie at Marie's Table. She gave a shout out today to Nine's Corner Tarot. I ran across her videos a few days ago, and I really liked her content, so I left her a little note there. Yeah, her name is Nines. So NINE''S Corner Tarot. So yeah, check her out on YouTube. The hint, Charlie, the hint. I don't get it. Slipper lobster? I don't even know what that is. Oh, Janie, thank you. Hey, Connie Brown. So yeah, there's that. Okay. So Jenny's saying, hold on. Trying to find out if Jenny's going to go live tonight. So then after we were done here, we can have somewhere else to go hang out. Oh, T-Barb said she's sweet. She's been watching her for a while. Yeah, I just came across her videos a few days ago because it showed up on my recommendations. And I checked her out, and she's really sweet. She's really nice. I think she's up in Alberta, Canada. So you guys, if you would like, Nines, NINE''S, Corners Tarot. Hi, Eloise. So yeah, there's that. A couple of housekeeping things. Ona's Tarot. Ona has been on a roll, you guys. Hi, Millie. She went ahead and ordered a book or one of the memoirs from, thank you, Ella, from Mademoiselle Marianne Adelaide Lenormand. And she started a podcast. I posted that to my community page. I think it was yesterday, and I left a link. Thank you, Debbie Ann. And okay, so Jenny is going to go live tonight. So she'll be popping in a little bit. So you guys, thank you, Lucianne. Oh, it is. Is it Memorial Day weekend? Oh my God. It's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, T-Barb. So ever since I went to France and I went to visit Mademoiselle Lenormand, I sent Ona a little package of stuff that I got for her in France. And I picked her up a couple of little rocks from the cemetery. Now, there wasn't any rocks around her resting place. It was all concrete, so there was nothing there. So what I picked up was from around the cemetery. And she really took an interest in it, and she started researching up on Mademoiselle Lenormand. Thank you, Pamela. And oh, that's a freaky picture. Is that Chucky? That's kind of crazy. So she's been doing. There's Jen Lynn. So we're gonna all wait for you to go live tonight, Jenny. So she's really taken the torch and just running with it. She's been translating her memoir. I know that Mademoiselle Lenormand has written quite a few books, and they're all in French. And like Ona was saying in her video, she was trying to translate it, and it took her like 2 hours. So she's resorting to Google Translator to help her translate. So she has a podcast. I linked it on my community page for anyone that's interested in learning a little bit more about Mademoiselle Lenormand. Go check out that podcast. It's on my community page, so you'll find it there. And she's been really working a lot to figure out a lot of stuff that Mademoiselle Lenormand used to do and how she used to study divination, because that lady did all sorts of stuff. So she did a video today, which I thought was freaking amazing. And it was ovomancy. And what it is divination with eggs. So check that out. It's super, super cool. Yes, Jen, I sent it to you yesterday. It's really cool. It's really cool. So Ona's been carrying the torch with that. Also, Ona and I had been talking, and I had told her, and I think I've mentioned it a few times, well, a lot of times on my channel, that these are not Mademoiselle Lenormand's cards. She never used these. What she did use was the Grand Jew. And so Ona and I went on a hunt. She ordered a deck, and I ordered a deck. So we're both getting decks from Mademoiselle Lenormand, and that deck is called the Astro-mythological deck from Mademoiselle Lenormand. Again, there's not much literature out there in English. So what I've been doing is I've been piecemealing this stuff together. I had to go online. And fortunately, there were some people that have written blogs to where I was able to just start taking notes. I made myself a notebook here, and I've been taking notes on her deck and how it was used. This is a big picture of, let me switch over here, of what her deck used to look like. So this is how it's constructed. there's a playing card insert here, a constellation here, a letter over here, the main picture, which would be your topic. And then there's these little boxes on the bottom. So, you know, there's one scene here, a bouquet of flowers, and then another scene here. And it's quite interesting how all of these go together and how you would put them together for a reading. But like I said, I've been trying to piecemeal it all together from what I can find on the internet of anybody that's done the research, because I don't read French, so I would have a ridiculously difficult time. I did also find, I wanted to let you guys know, for anybody that is interested, I am in no way, shape, or form. Yeah, I know, T-Barb. I had to pay a pretty penny to get a used one, vintage deck on Etsy. I can't find them at all. When I was in Europe, I looked, I didn't find any. When we went to Walton's Books that a subscriber had mentioned to me, I should have spent more time in there just digging through everything, because I'm sure they probably would have had some in London. In France, I didn't really have a chance to go find like a metaphysical store. So I didn't even look there. So Ona and I are probably going to be tag teaming and perhaps doing our own little study group to try to figure out her system and how she used it. I also wanted to let you guys know, for anybody that is interested, I am not in any way, shape, or form associated to this group, but there is going to be a virtual conference May 30th and 31st for the World Divination Association. The World Divination Association is led by Toni Puel. She is the card geek here on YouTube, and she's holding an online conference May 30th through the 31st. The price is 35 euro. I don't know what the conversion rate is for US dollars, but they're going to have loads of people there. Rana George, which is the publisher of this book that I use for where I started learning Lenormand. Rana George is going to be there. Donna Lay de la Rose, the other reader I learned from, and her channel here on YouTube is Tarot Tribes Beyond Worlds. She's going to be there. There's another gentleman. I can't pronounce his last name because I believe he's German, but it's Bjorn something. And he studies Lenormand. He's going to be there. Alexander Musrak is going to be there. I mean, there's just a slew. There's over 20 people that are going to be there holding the conference. So if anybody's interested in checking that out, I would urge you to go to Toni Puel's channel, and her channel is The Card Geek, and she does have a video available on that to let you know about the conference that's coming up the 30th and the 31st, and that's 35 euro. Let's see. Okay, I had another thing I wanted to address that I've been getting a lot of questions on. I got a question from Jace. I don't know if Jace is here in the room. Hey, Sunflower. Hey, Roach or Rachel. And I do believe that conference will be up. Like if you pay and you do, I think it's a 2-day conference. Yeah, 2-day conference. It'll all be up for a whole week later, because there's no way you're going to catch every speaker. Also, the World Divination Association does have courses that I'm going to be looking into for the Grand Jew. Oh, there you are, Jace. So if Ona and I hit a block in our little study group, I may go there. And I believe the person that leads that study group is Bjorn. Oh, hi, Georgie Moon. Hey, Sunflower. So that's just a little heads up on where this channel will probably go. Let me see. I have been studying the Yeah, T-Barb, it's online. It's a virtual conference. So just head over to the Card Geeks channel, and she has a video there about the conference. And if you can't find her, she's linked below in my description box. Let me see. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady. Let me see what else. Oh, the Kipper. I busted out my Kipper deck again. I've had it for well over a year. And I've been trying to study that, and I'm having a little bit of a difficult time with it because it's a bit more situational than the Lenormand. So how long have I been studying the Lenormand? Almost 5 years now. So yeah, it'll close to 5 years. I think it'll be 5 come September 28th, I think. Hey, Greeter. So I'm probably, I mean, I have a whole laundry list. It's like I want to study the Astro-mythological deck. I'm hitting some roadblocks with Kipper because it's very situational. So that's $38.32 for the conference. Thank you, Sweet Pea. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that because it sounds extremely interesting. So yeah, I've been hitting roadblocks with that. And like I said, if Ona and I get in our little study group and we hit a roadblock with the Grand Jew, I may have to go take the course online from the World Divination Association. Ask the cards if you read them in a past life. What cards, Jen? Ask if I read the Grand Jew? Oh, my big brother's here. Ian. Hi, Ian. Let's see. Watch it say, you crazy girl. No. Well, yes. A journey that's going to be confusing, but yes. So maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So for Jace, Jace was the first one to ask me, and then I got another question today on my community tab about people asking about Kushner and the death of Khashoggi. I did a grand tableau on Jared Kushner September 2019. It is posted on my channel. I split it up into 2 parts, and I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't catch everything there. The first one I posted was September 25th. That was part 1. And then the next part 2 was September 26th. So 25th and 26th of last year. If you go through my channel, you'll see it says Kushner GT, GT, the Grand Tableau. The questions that I have been getting asked is Kushner's involvement in the death of Khashoggi. That's all on that Grand Tableau. For some reason it showed up, and it shows up, let me see, because you guys know how I do my little charts. Here's the Jared Kushner Grand Tableau. Let me switch back over here. Here's the Jared Kushner Grand Tableau. The death of Khashoggi is right here, right in this little section. The server is right over here. MBS is right above him, right here. I go into that in that video. And then Turkey is right here. An institution represented by the moon that's an ally. I read the bear as Trump. I did not read it as Pompeo. And the crossroads, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there's several of them. So I would have to go back and review this because there's several of these very large executive people. So we could be looking at a bar of Pompeo, other executives here, bosses. Okay, so for anybody that has questions about that, go watch that video because it's, the Grand Tableaus are kind of, they're big and they take me a long time. So I couldn't get into all of that here. Let me see what else I wanted to say. Yeah, I didn't catch everything there. So we'll see. Sunday's lives stream will be on Johnny's channel. Hey there, Ona. I was just telling everybody about how you and I are going to start our own little study group for the Grand Jew, because I bit the bullet and I ordered the vintage one off of Etsy today. So let me see what else. I wanted to touch base on the reading that we just did this last Sunday on my channel with Jen and Johnny, and when we got the question about Pompeo. And his wife had shown up there. And I want to show you guys how I came up with the conclusion that it was his wife. I had to go, I remembered some of it, and so not all of it. So I had to go back and catch the rest of the cards on replay. Let me see, this goes here. And then here, where's the tower? Okay, where's the tower? Where's the tower? Where's the tower? Okay, here we go. So, and I'm going to need, today I just kind of want to focus on Pompeo. I don't want to be looking at too much else because my brain is fried. So let me bring you guys down. Okay, can you see this? Here's Pompeo. This, with the ring and the heart, this is a marriage. Okay, right before him, he's got the snake. She is the queen of clubs. That's what got me like to look at, no, this is his wife, because it's somebody that he's married to, and she presents right in front of him. The snake is a dark-haired, dark-eyed woman, quite possibly with an S in her name. Okay. I don't know what his wife's name is. Does anybody here know his wife's name? Miss Pompeo. Okay, what's her first name? Does she have an S in her? Let me just look. Hold on. Let me Google it. Susan Pompeo. That's her. Susan. Now, this has happened to me quite a few times, and not just quite a few times. It's happened to me regularly enough in personal readings and in live readings to know. And not only because I found it in the book, but an S. Dark-haired, dark-eyed woman with an S in her name. So for everybody that has also been asking about Biden's VP pick, it's a dark-haired, dark-eyed woman with an S in her name. I do not know if that is Stacey Abram. I do not know if that is Susan Rice. All I know, it's a dark-haired, dark-eyed woman, quite possibly with an S in her name. And the reason I'm saying that with confidence is that I've had this show up so many times as a dark-haired, dark-eyed woman with an S that it's a strong possibility there. So in this reading, it was showing that she is the one that's getting the contracts. And there's an official notice, a legal notice, and it's a violation of law. But she's the one that's getting contracts here with institutions and governments to secure him, because he's got the anchor over his head. There's electronic messages being sent out, so that could be emails. And then there's a swift, sudden separation of a contract and stability. And then there's a sudden cutoff of money too. So I want to look at that further. And also I wanted to look at, I found something on the news the other day that I was talking to Marie from Marie's Table today that I found rather interesting. Spanky over there, Mango, is still pushing that one thing that he shouldn't be pushing. And I've gotten questions of, is he really taking it? I don't think he's taking it. He lied about it in his statement, where he said, I'm taking it if I were taking it. So are you taking it or are you going to take it? You know, he's lying. He's lying. Hey, Carol. But what I found interesting, and I was talking to Marie from Marie's Table today, I was like, something stinks to high heaven, because it's not only him that's pushing it. Bolsonaro in Brazil is pushing it. Boris Johnson in the UK is pushing it. Putin is pushing it, and Spanky's pushing it. So there's something there for all four of them to be looking to push that thing. Oh no, Jen, he's not. He's not taking it. And if he thinks he's taking it, they're probably giving him Tic Tacs. Let me see. Let's see. I'm going to ask if Boris Johnson is financially invested in that thing. Yeah, he's invested one way, shape, or form. There was an end of the end of an obstacle or a delay that comes to an end. It's shut down, and then yes, there's someone around him that's an advisor, a friend, a loyalist. It's ending here with a positive. So that's Boris Johnson. Let me ask about Bolsonaro. Bolsonaro invested in hydroxychloroquine. I'm getting a yes, but there's punishment in a very, very difficult trial. There's something going on with him where there's a trial. Punishment. Something that is painful. So something that repeats, that has a pattern of abuse, evidence here, and then something that is on trial, or something that causes pain and suffering. Let me see. I'm going to ask, I'm wondering if I'm asking it the correct way, but to see if all four of them, Bolsonaro, Johnson, Spanky, and his boyfriend, Putin, are somehow connected in a deal. Let me see. Is Bolsonaro, Boris Johnson, Vladimir Putin, and Donald Trump involved in a deal for... Is Boris Johnson, Bolsonaro, Putin, and Trump involved in a deal for... Yeah, it's financial, and they're looking for avenues of money, several avenues. They have advisors somewhere, advisors for money, business, and then several avenues to get it. They're all involved. And there's an advisor there, an advisor and a man with money. With the fish being the king of diamonds, I think. Let me see. Yeah, that's right, Jace. That's right. What deal are they involved in? All right. Let me see if I can bring you all down. A female child. A female child. Here's a hospital or a health institution, an institution that has to do with health, that is obscured or having trouble with something that is written. This could be a report. This could be documents, licenses. This person here may be carrying a license that was given to her by an institution here. This is something in the public, families, gifts at a meeting for something new. It's this woman here, her. She's younger. It's her. She's got... There's no way. There is no freaking way. She's got a license or something. That woman. I just asked, does she have a license for, what do you call it? You know what I'm talking about. I pulled the key. This is a yes. I know she's gotten patents and licenses from China. But this is pharma. So I don't, but she's got the license right next to her. Because there's health here with something that is alternative. So this could be vitamins, alternative medicine, like herbalism and stuff like that. Government conversations, and then a cover-up of a child or a cover-up of something new. The gifts were given to her. There was a meeting where there's transcripts, voicemail, voice messages, verbal transcripts, perhaps notes that were taken at a meeting. I'm seeing a meeting here of 7 to 12 people too. And two men, 2 women, 7 to 12 people. And they're keeping something obscured from the public, and there's public health here. Ivanka's tied into this because she pulled the key. Or that woman, whoever that woman is, because it's a woman that is younger, a woman that is new. But I didn't get any foreign cards there. So, oh, she got the coffins? Oh, that's nice. So I'm thinking that's Ivanka involved one way, shape, or form. I also wanted to let you guys know I was looking over again at the Grand Tableau that we did for Stone. And I bounced it off of the Grand Tableau that we did for Spanky. And I had to go back through the books and check myself because he's not exactly at the edge. He's not exactly at the edge. He's right here. but he's close enough to the edge. It would have been different if he was right here with the man in the coffin there, but he's over here. But he's still got the coffin right on him. So I looked at this. And I bounced it off of the one that I did for Trump. And there's something about news arriving quite possibly in September. And he's got the bouquet right here as well. So perhaps around the month of September is, I mean, it could just mean that he's depressed. But I don't know with that coffin being right on him like that. So we'll have to wait and see. So I wanted to look at Pompeo and see what's going to happen with him. With all this stuff that, you know, it's coming up now. Like he said he didn't know, and then he knew because he gave written answers to the Senate. I mean, that guy's so full of crap, you can smell him 300 miles away. Let me see. So can somebody please help me out with the question here? I'm looking to ask what's going to happen with Pompeo, because he was basically bypassing Congress and doing illegal stuff with the Saudis. So can somebody help me out with the question? And we're sticking to Pompeo. Hi, Mary. Mary Humphreys. I'm not asking about Biden. I'm sticking to Pompeo today because there's just way too much tea going on with. Oh, okay. Okay, Patricia. What is the deal that Pompeo worked out with the Saudis? What is the deal that Pompeo worked out with the Saudis? What is the deal that Pompeo got with the Saudis? What is the deal that Pompeo got with the Saudis? What is the deal that Pompeo got with the Saudis? What is the deal that Pompeo got with the Saudis? It's not just him. He's working with Kushner. All right, let me line this up. And let me bring you all down. Child, storks, sun, mice, lilies. Okay. A new change, a new transfer for someone's success. Here is corruption. It's this person's success and them being in the limelight is being slowly dwindled and eaten away. It's going to take months here. This is also someone that is a veteran, someone that could quite possibly be a judge, a senator, older man here. This is new success as a senator here for him because he's got power, force, strength, finance right underneath him. Okay. So this person here who could quite literally be a young advisor, a younger advisor here, whose career is very important with Saudi Arabia and power and finance. I'm thinking this is Kushner because this person works as an intermediary. They leave and they return successfully to a corrupt prince. The lilies carries with it regality. What do you call it? Regality. Also royalty, because it's the King of Spades, and it's the only one whose card applies to. So that younger advisor is an intermediary to a corrupt prince. There's an advisor here as well who's looking to elevate their career and be very successful and kind of like be in the limelight. And there's something going on here, either with an illness to health, an illness to somebody's roots, also quite possibly to take away and steal from somewhere that is represented by a tree. So I don't know if this would be like, let me go back over here. Someone that is represented by a tree. Is that Lebanon? Because I'm also seeing with the mice here, even though you don't read Lenormand individually, you got to look at what's around it. This could also be groups of people that take away, they destroy, they eat away at things. And it's all about elevating status. And I'm seeing Jared Kushner all over this thing. He's got a senior advisor with him as well, and new authority, new finance. It's all around energy. He's got the sun and the key central to the reading. This is energy. I'm not talking electricity. I'm talking oil. And something here about losing energy that's being lost. Also with the lilies, this is peace. With this, Russia. Peace with Russia. Tranquility with Russia. Patience with Russia. Wisdom with Russia. Okay? And this younger person is an advisor for oil. Let me bring you guys down. An advisor for oil and energy. Or this person is an intermediary to the royalty that has to do with energy. How does Lebanon play into this, you guys? Because there's a change or an upgrade in Lebanon as well. Or whoever is represented here by a tree. And it's an institution represented by a tree. But it's energy. New transfer of energy that is being lost, stolen, or diminished. And senior executives. So it's not just him. It's senior executives trying to get money for Saudi Arabia. And there's something here around either Lebanon or another place that's being represented here by the tree. Cyprus Banks, I'm not getting Cyprus Bank, Jen, because I don't have the tower here. I'm seeing financial growth. New change in energy, new upgrade to energy because something's being lost over time or something's being lost for a senior executive. One, there's an older man here. Pompeo here as the bear. A younger man, an advisor, and a woman that's tall and lanky. Okay, if I read it down, a new advisor or a younger advisor who's elevating their career because of the importance to energy, something that's being eaten away from a tree. And a senior executive. Career aspirations here with the moon and the storks, elevating their career. The moon knights over to the fish, so that person's career and reputation is slowly being eaten away at, is being damaged, or that person is recognized as somebody that is extremely corrupted. But there's one really important person here. Unless the lilies and the bear is presenting as well as those, that combination could also be presenting as Pompeo, because isn't he veteran? Is he veteran? Because the lilies is also somebody that has a veteran status. But it's oil and energy. And that younger advisor here, a senior executive, him, and something around a tree. Growing finances as well. Growing your resources, growing your finances. An advisor's reputation is important to grow finance. An advisor's reputation or their career is the key to growing their finance. And it's all around energy. And it's that advisor that leaves and returns. That advisor, and quite possibly, if I read the Storks as a character, because she's the Queen of Hearts, that advisor who is might have a woman around him that is tall and lanky. That may have a child, because the child is right before the Storks. So I just don't know why I can't get off of that's Kushner. Let me see. T-Barb, I know that you had a good question, but I didn't write it down. Can you please let me know again? Cyprus is a location. The bank just happens to be there. Okay, Jen, because it's a tree. Will the IG report come out on Pompeo? Okay, thank you, Teresa. Will the IG report come out on Pompeo? 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 There's a conversation that was made to elevate, but something gets taken away. Something gets taken away from it, diminished, made smaller. They take away from it. I got the birds, the storks, the mice. A meeting, a conversation. These two right here, the birds, mirroring over here to the mice, that's anxiety. Because this carries a bit of nervousness with it. And then this is anxiety. So there's going to, I'm wondering if he's going to be crap in his pants. This is my crap in his pants card, because it's talks about anxiety. But the question was, will the IG report come out? And it's saying that there's something that gets taken away here. I need to ask, what will be the outcome? Because the birds could be the whistleblower, somebody that's actually singing, okay, like letting it be known. The storks is change and transformation, and then the mice takes away. They probably shredded it, yeah. It's been destroyed, lost, stolen. Let me see. Okay, I need to figure out how to ask this question. I'm trying to ask if what is going to happen now that Pompeo has the spotlight on him. What is going to happen now that we all know that he was bypassing Congress, because Congress bilaterally Democrats and Republicans all voted do not sell arms to Saudi Arabia. And he completely bypassed them and said, I'm going to do it anyways. And that's where he got caught. I'm trying to figure out a way to word it to where we can see if what's going to be the outcome of that. Because the Senate probably already knows about this. If the House knows, the public knows. I'm sure the Senate knows. Okay, Jeanette, will Trump or will Pompeo suffer any consequences from his deal with Saudi Arabia? Will Pompeo face any consequences from his deal with Saudi Arabia? Will Pompeo face any consequences from his deal with Saudi Arabia? Will Pompeo have any consequences from his deal with Saudi Arabia? There's a change and a transfer. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't realize I had pulled. Okay, I had pulled 4. I didn't see it. His career and reputation as a liar, and then there's backlash. And then this one came out as well. There's a transfer, a change and a transfer here. And also backlash over his wife. Dark-haired, dark-eyed woman with an S in her name. Okay. And I mean, this guy is just so freaking arrogant. I saw him on the media and he was like, yeah, he should have been fired a long time ago. It's like, oh my, I'm biting my tongue. I am biting my tongue, y'all. All right. What in the world? I'm going to bring you all down. The question was, what will we find out about Pompeo in the next 2 weeks? This was Connie Brown's question. Okay. Woman, coffin, box, garden, and then whip. This is a woman that could be depressed. I'm going to err on the side of caution. Okay. Around reading that literally, but it's right next to her. Okay. A woman gets shut down. A woman closes something off, or a woman is ill, or a woman that you're picking up what I'm putting down. Investigating an organization or a fraudulent organization, and then there's public backlash here. Family, property, real estate, health, that is ill. The mice takes away from the card before. There's an illness in the family around this woman. Something that is foreign, far away, a trip, and then something that is love or is corrupt. This woman is ill. This could be, if this is health, even though the tree is not close to the whip here. They're far. They're not talking. They don't knight. With these two, this could be anxiety that's repetitive, corruption that is repetitive. There's a pattern to the corruption here. But because we have the tree here and we have the coffin there, this could be someone that is seriously, seriously ill because the mice takes away. It's a disease, it's an infection, it's a virus, okay? If this is in reference to an actual tree, there's something there that comes to an end or closes down, and then there's something that is missing from that tree. But there's a pattern of corruption here, public backlash, something that comes out about a foreign organization around a tree. There's something there about a tree where this woman is involved in. The woman has a pattern of corruption. I'm seeing a woman, that the man that's represented by the house, which is the King of Hearts, and 2 jacks. A woman's family, a woman's property, a woman in the family, a woman in the house. Investigating corruption, a foreign organization, and a lot of hatred. Backlash. There's a fraudulent community that fights. There's quite possibly going to be some sort, because the garden is here, investigating at a committee, and then there's fighting. Investigating corruption, a pattern of corruption, public health. And something that was shut down overseas. But that woman, there's something around that woman where it's either an illness or something that is shut down. And if it's not, if that tree is not in reference to her health, it's in reference to perhaps a property that they own, because you have the house and the tree right here. This could be a property that is owned somewhere where there's a tree. Okay. But I have no money cards here at all. The fish isn't here. The bear isn't here. There's no money cards here. There are no money cards here at all. So I'm wondering if something comes up around that woman's property. If she has property somewhere around it, like a place where there's a tree. Or the family has something there around the tree. So I don't know if this tree is cypress, like Jenny was saying. So if I read it literally, it would be like a tree, like a cypress. If I read it as health, she might be getting ill, or they might say that she's ill. Let me see. So it looks more like his wife than him. Yeah, it's Pompeo's wife, T-Barb, and it looks more like her than him, because he's no, unless he's presenting here as the house, which is the King of Hearts. But it doesn't make sense. Let me ask it this way. Will Pompeo's wife be in trouble? Susan Pompeo. Yep, Susan. That dang snake that keeps showing up. Yeah, she's going to get in trouble. It might take some months. There's an opportunity here for something to take months before it is exposed, an opportunity to retire successfully. That's retirement. Okay. This is the lilies is also the king of clubs or king of spades. I'm sorry. The king of clubs is the clouds. The question was about her. This is saying yes, but there's also an opportunity for somebody to retire. So let me ask it this way. Okay, I'm going to put these back because they flew out and I can't tell what order, but it's looking like a yes. Hold on. I asked if this would cause him to retire. Bear, bouquet, scythe. This is a no. This is financial gifts or cut off. Financial gifts that are dangerous. A bully that is happy to be dangerous. But it's saying no. Which is weird because you would think that the crap would hit the fan enough for him to get booted out. But he's such an arrogant prick that yeah, I'm getting that too, Renee. She's in deep doo-doo. No, I do not answer personal questions. Hey, Susan B, how are you? Let me see. I'm going to go here. I'm going to ask. Hey, Siggy Love. You're going to have to catch the replay because we were reading on Pompeo and his wife. Sorry about that. Let's see. Any more whistleblowers around Pompeo? Okay, I just asked, and a hearing in a committee, I just asked what's coming up with him between now till the end of June. Let me see if it'll fit into frame. Let me see if I can slide it down a little bit. I think that'll get it. Okay. Tower, rider, birds, ship, clover, clouds, key. News coming in from an institution or the government of a whistleblower and something going on overseas for an opportunity to cover and shade something up that gets exposed. Down here we have the heart, the stars, the garden, the mice, the coffin, the book, and the bouquet. Something that he was very passionate about in regards to his dreams and wishes within a community. This is also a hearing within a community. This is also your aspirations, your ego, your ambitions. Okay, so there's something about his ambitions and something that he hoped for and to be part of a group of people here. And then public corruption that comes to an end, a secret and a cover up here of a gift. There's no money cards here. There's something that comes up about a bribe with these two, a whistleblower that speaks at a committee. These three right here. There's also Pompeo is also, they're keeping stuff in a server here. This is a classified black box that is corrupt or has anxiety about the public, and there's electronic stuff in there. This right here is a server. There might be something coming up around a whistleblower about something that they're hiding in a server. This is a black box that's classified. It gets revealed here. There's access to it here. End of luck, end of an opportunity, and then something that was shaded over, covered up, and then kept secret and quiet. Something foreign that they were keeping secrets about here. Foreign corruption here. Bribery here. Important gifts here. There's a woman, a man, and that's it. But there's 7 to 12 people involved in this scheme because of this. Someone's going to be government, news of a meeting, foreign opportunity that was clouded over or covered up gets revealed. Someone speaks in a committee. News about something that's electronic. News about these two right here would be like your cell phone. So there might be something in somebody's cell phone here. Government meetings and a lucky opportunity here. Government meetings, government hearings, and opportunity. Big luck here. News about something that was going on overseas that was covered up. Okay, let me look at the bottom line. A loving organization that gets shut down or is closed off. And then there's gifts here. Happiness. This could be internet corruption that is being kept secret, or internet, something on technology that is stolen, that is classified here. There's something going on here in a classified setting. There's a meeting in a dark room here that's closed off. It's not public. A meeting in a dark room. So I'm not sure if this is like in a skiff or what, but it's closed off to the public about something overseas that's classified. I don't see weapons here because we don't have the scythe. We don't have the whip. There's something also. See, they're not close. It's these right here. Meetings in a dark room, meetings in a closed off area. and somebody's not talking, or they're trying to shut somebody up here too. There's something about him, quite possibly. I don't know this for certain. This could be around something that happened in March, because the ship is card number 3. This is usually indicative of something that takes a while. So 3 months or the month of March. Okay, there may have been something that happened around March that may be coming out, and it all revolved around a cover-up here and here and here and here, about something that was foreign. This could also quite literally be in reference to an actual ship or a car or some sort of a vehicle that's used for transportation. So this could be news of transportation that is being covered up. These two don't talk to each other because there's 2 cards in between. If they did, this would be like the Department of Transportation, but no, these two are not talking to each other. And then news about something overseas or foreign, or news of transportation that was covered up. I'm seeing March and June here. There's confusion around classification, big, huge trouble around classification, perhaps declassifying something here. This is a committee. Government bribery this way, but these are far, but they're still talking to each other through mirroring. An important affair. This could be talking about an institution that he loves, an institution that is passionate, an institution that is generous. But this could be his love of ego, his love of status here as well. Okay, going up the chain, climbing higher to get to the top. Okay, so this could be talking about his love of ambition. News about something on the internet or somebody's phone. A hearing. Corruption overseas, the end of luck, covering up something and making it classified, and then it gets exposed here. An opportunity for gifts here. And whatever they shut down or closed off gets revealed here. And like I said, I'm seeing 7 to 12 people, but I can only pick out very clearly 2 of them. There's 2. And corruption that's been happening in the shadows. Something important government news of a cover-up, or news of gaslighting, news of something being shaded over, clouded over, where you can't see, shadow. Very brief, small meetings, 7 to 12 people. And then there's big gatherings too, public speaking. Because the birds is over the garden, that could be public speaking. It could also be hearing in a very large body of people, like a committee. This could also be talking about campaigning, rallying with a large group of people. And foreign corruption. But there's something that they hid there. Hold on. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Sorry guys, let me go back over here. No, there's nothing about that here. I'm picking up a cell phone. somebody's cell phone. How long have I been on? An hour and 16 minutes, huh? Okay, let's see here. Okay. I know time flies, T-Barb. I know, my darling. I know. It's like, holy hell, we're almost halfway through the year, which is great because that means so long, Mango. So long, Spanky. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. You know, I think Jen and I are going to, the live stream is on Johnny's channel this week on his birthday. Okay. So be sure to tune in so we can all sing Johnny a happy birthday on Sunday. Hey, Joanne, thank you. Means less time with Spanky in office. Oh, the question that we were going to ask on Sunday at Jen's was, she sent me a video about the mooch. Anybody remember the mooch? Scaramucci? Oh, the book, Lucienne, dude, it's going to be like encyclopedias, volumes and volumes and volumes and volumes of just poo. She had sent me a video about the mooch, and the mooch was predicting that once Spanky figures out that there's no way in hell he's going to win, he's just going to walk away. And I'm like, of course, that's his MO. He's a total coward. But I think we're going to read on that on Sunday because I think that was one of Jenny's questions. Let me see. Oh, is Johnny here? Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. We just did a grand tableau, y'all. I just did a grand tableau, and he's landing outside of it. His wife is in deep, huge poo. She's in huge poo. And I'm thinking that they have foreign property. I don't know if it would be through him or through her. She's in trouble. 15, 34, 19, 17, 10, 22, 16, 2, 30, 20, 14, 6, 33, 1, 25, 27, 35. I'm not going to be able to get through all of this tonight, you guys. I'm just going to let you know, but I'm jotting it down in my little book. So we can revisit this because you know how long it takes me to go through these. Takes me forever. All right. He lands outside of the tableau. Let's see. There it is. He's way down here. Or let me see if I can. He's way down here. Everything up here is the tableau. He falls outside of it. There's important bribes for him. His line of fate is that there is an important bribe, an important gift for him and his money and business. Ongoing negotiations and meetings that he's had. And when those come to light, it'll be very, very painful and burdensome for him. But he's down here. What's coming up in the tableau is his wife. She's up here. So down this row, something, news about something that is represented again by that tree. I don't know if this is cypress. The tree knight's over here to the bear, so it could be an institution or not an institution, but a large, somewhere where there's a large amount of finance and resources here. The bear has the fish underneath of it. This is finance, money, power, strength, and all that stuff. This is huge loads of money. So there's news about health or news about something that is growing overseas with gifts to the family to upgrade them in their careers, and that's the agreements that have been made. The family comes into the spotlight. Also, this could be in reference to perhaps something overseas. I don't know if she would have some property, but it's overseas by a tree that's foreign where their property is at. So I don't know if they have property. Where the hell is Cyprus anyways? Because if that's in reference, here's an institution represented by a tree, but it's got the coffin right underneath of it or right next to it. Growth comes to an end. Here's the media or tech company here. Suspicious agreement that is blocked and delayed because of backlash here and a lot of arguing. Foreign woman transferred something for an opportunity to cover something up in a report or a document or a message that is lost, missing, or stolen, and then something here about a child. A child in the media or something new that's going on in the media or something that's in the early stages. The family, here's Russia with the bear and the scythe. Also, family finance gets cut off. He's got this whole line over his head. This could be his aspirations to be in the Senate. Family strength, family force is cut off here. Here's the Senate securing something for him, and then an advisor that gets put on trial or an advisor that is sacrificed. Career, business, here's the elections in the committee, news of something that is classified. Or news of a secret, but this is news about his wife because the writer lands in her house. So there's going to be news about his wife before there is about him. Classified, and then lies in regards to his an affair or lies about someone that he loves who's in the limelight right now. That would be his wife's career. Down his line, his hopes to get lucky in the Senate here. Right down here. This could be, not only is this Russia, it's got the crossroads catty cornering it here. So we're looking at several people. So we're looking at executives. We're looking at Russia. We're looking at perhaps another large bodied person, 16, 17, 18. That's an advisor or a financial advisor or a financial friend. But this is like an advisor around finance, a friend of Barr's, a friend of Trump's. This guy feels invincible, like nobody's going to touch him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got the fox in the house of tree. This could be investigations that are growing. Investigations into something that was done in the shadows gets exposed, and the news comes out about his wife. It's his wife that was doing shady ass shit. There's a contract, a written contract that was secured in secret, a contract that was secured and classified. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was done in the shadows. 16, 15, 14. There's an investigative report. 24, 23. Loss of security or security that's being taken away. Stealing security down this way as well. You got the anchor in the house of mice. You got the mice right over it down the diagonal. The mice takes away from here. Repeated corruption that's been stealing away at security, and news comes out about that, and it goes back to her. I do not see her though. 8, 16, 17, 18, 19. She's got the tower. Where's the tower here? She's got the tower over her head. And the tower's in the house of tree, or in the house of ship. There's something around here in a foreign government. And Saudi Arabia is not showing up here clearly, because you would need the tree and the lilies close by. But you have the scythe and the lilies here. So there's Russia and quite possibly Saudi Arabia. An institution represented also by the stars. So this could be Israel. This could also be in regards to another institution symbolized by the stars. I don't know who that would be. Israel, I can think of. Quite possibly Turkey, but the Turkey has the moon though. Scythe in the house of tower. Scythe in the house of tower. An institution represented by like a sword or a scythe or anything like that that's sharp and cuts. They're going to pin this on this advisor. They're going to try to get the blame off her and pin it on the advisor, whoever this dog is. And that dog is someone that's younger that has stuff that's classified, and that person's a liar. And that person's related to the bear. So I'm wondering if they're going to try to pin this on Kushner. This is going to turn into a mess. But his wife is the one that's going to be in most trouble. He, on his line, hey, Footprint, Chrissy, how you doing? He's going to get exposed. But again, I can't see everything clearly because he's landing in the line of fate. What's very clear is his wife. It's like the end of her luck. She gets cut off somewhere, or she cuts something off. And then huge loads of money because she's got the bear and the fish under. It looks like she's the one that was running the deals. It was like, where's the crossroads? He's got the crossroads right over him. Okay, so not only for the elections, the crossroads is your choices, your options, your alternatives. It's elections, okay? The channel to the finance and the money was coming through the wife. But they're going to pin the blame on whoever this dog person is, because that person gets put on trial and they get punished. An institution represented, a foreign institution that's represented by the stars. That's suspicious. And then there's a contract or an agreement there that has been delayed because of fighting. Also, a pattern of obstructing as well. Shadow policies with overseas institutions, but it's all around his wife. He's not anywhere near this stuff. He's not anywhere near it. It's his wife that's running shadow foreign policy or shadow policies with foreign governments. That's the back channel that they found for foreign financing. She Knights to the stars, She Knights to the lilies. Technology. Where's energy? And then here's this. And here's that. It's not. It's almost. It's almost like what we're seeing right now with Saudi Arabia and bypassing Congress. Y'all, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The dirty stuff is with his wife. The dirty stuff is with his wife. And I do not know how this woman, because it looks like they set up the channels for financing through his wife, and she's the one that's running shadow foreign policy. Because she's got the tower over her head in the house of ship. She's got the ship next to her in the house of bouquet. The tower nights over to the clouds. That's government that's in the shadows. Foreign government here with the tower in the house of ship. It nights over to the ship. A financial institution. God, that doesn't make any sense. Let me go here. Oh, did I freeze? Oh, no. Oh, crap. I think I froze. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I was saying that what we're seeing right now is the tip of the iceberg. Thank you, Laura. The tip of the iceberg, because the dirty deals is coming through his wife, and it looks like Russia, quite possibly an institution represented by stars. So that could be Saudi Arabia, also an institution that's represented by stars. That is very suspicious. So I don't know if that would be like Turkey. But it looks like she's an executive of a business. I don't know what she does. And then she gets cut off. She gets cut off from the organization one way, shape, or form. I do not see him retiring. Well, I can't see because he lands in the line of fate. He's got classified stuff on an older, wiser man, or the Senate itself, because it's lilies, and then guarded. So that could be an organization full of old white men that are purist, conservative. That's the GOP Senate. He's got secrets around that, and he's got classified information around that, and he's lying about it he's lying about it for someone that he loves, who's going to be in the public real soon. That's his wife. But like I was saying, what you're seeing now is the tip of the iceberg because the dirt's coming. They've channeled it through her. And it looks like they have foreign property too. How do I ask this? Is Mike Pompeo's wife the one that's making the deals? Is Mike Pompeo's wife the one that's making these deals with foreign governments in the shadows? Is Mike Pompeo's wife the one that's making the foreign policies with foreign governments in the shadows? Is Mike Pompeo's wife? Is Mike Pompeo's wife? Yeah, and they're covering it up. They're covering it up. Here's the book, which is something that is classified, something that is not known, something that is not yet revealed. Here's the cover up and gaslighting it. Okay, so it stays obscured for something that he loves. Yes, it's her. It's her. And they're passing it through her. He's kind of out of it because of his own aspirations. So they're funneling it through her. Okay, so let me see if I can read her line. She's got hopes and dreams for the Senate as well. Or she's got hopes and dreams. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. She's got hopes and dreams for the Senate. Because you got the woman in the house of Bouquet, the stars in the house of house, the lilies in the house 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 of garden, and then you got the garden right underneath it. She's got hopes and dreams for the Senate, and it looks like there's connections to people in the Senate that are obscured. She's the one that's got the connections 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And those connections are obscured 16, 15, 14, 13. Confusion around quite literally a child or new problems. If I follow her line across, she doesn't look like she clears it. She's going to be tied up in this thing for a while. Foreign woman transfers opportunities or an upgrade or an opportunity. She like takes a gamble for an upgrade, and then there's something that is covered up, clouded over in regards to a child. Because you got clouds in the house of child, also quite possibly a new cover-up, a report, a document, a transcript, a license that is destroyed or missing, and then something about a child. Digging up dirt in the shadows to have evidence that she delivers. With this line down here, hold on. This line down here, digging up dirt in the shadows, gets exposed, and she delivers it. She's also an investigation that was done in the shadows exposes news about a woman here. Because the writer goes back to her house. Let me follow her around real quickly. I've been on here for an hour and 40. I don't want to be on here too long because I know Jenny's going to go live. Let me see. 33. Where's the key? 24, 23, 22, 21. 8, 7. 31, 36, 24. Where's 24? 32, 25, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16, 15, 14, 13, 16. Pattern of obstruction and corruption. Well, duh. 3, so 4, 16, 17, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. She's been leaving and returning too. She has been the one that's been traveling, you guys, not him. Or she's been traveling with him, but I'm seeing travel more around her. 8, 2, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. An opportunity to blow the whistle, huh? 36, 35. 24, 23, 22. Secure him in the elections. 24, 25, 26, 27. Multiple reports here. 16, 15, 14. Multiple reports around the investigation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 1, 29. Okay. God damn, that's a long line. Okay. She is important because she's the one that has been getting the gifts, or she is gifting important stuff, or she's happy. The woman gifts and then something important that is blocked and delayed and obstructed and lied about once it was exposed because someone was put on trial. Passionate around his career and his marriage. There's a cover-up there around something new, or a cover-up around a child, because there's hopes, dreams, and wishes for the family to move up, or a change of residence as well, and a pattern of shutting things down, an opportunity for a whistleblower, also securing an election, and multiple investigative reports that are delivered about her. But her line going straight. 4. Hopes, wishes, and dreams for the family. Hopes, wishes, and dreams for property. For property. And then there's a change of residence and a foreign property as well, too. There's something here around her with a foreign property and a foreign family and a change of residence. Russia, Israel. But the weapons, you guys, they're not close to each other. They're not close to each other. The garden has the scythe over it, which means she eventually gets cut out from an organization. She eventually gets cut out from being part of this group that he's in. They cut her out. Okay? Eventually. I don't know when that happens. It's the next column over, and then on the column next to that is where the Senate shows up. A corporate woman in the family, a corporate woman that has property. It's like she's got her own career aspirations. I don't know if this woman is an executive either, because she's got the bear underneath her. That means she's like some sort of executive too. Executive in business. Because she's got the bear right under her. She's the one that's the cash cow. And I'm trying to figure out how. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I read the fox as your 9 to 5 job, her job is with a tree. Like, I don't think she's in healthcare. her job is with the tree. And then she's got the bear and the fish. I don't know if she was at one point some sort of hedge fund manager. If she has ties to a hedge, this woman makes loads of money, and she's an executive one way, shape, or form, and she's got contracts through her career. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that have been obscured, that are troublesome, that are shady, that are covered up. Investigative report around a friend or an ally that is loved. This could also be in regards to quite literally a pet, like a dog, cat, turtle. I mean, there's corruption around that ally, though. So the dog could be representing like an actual dog. Oh, she was a banker. She was a banker. She was the SVP of Emprise Bank of Sunflower. That woman still has ties. I'm still seeing her as like a hedge fund manager or a corporate executive for huge loads of money. That's how she's presenting here. I don't know why. And then for her work, it's like her work is growing, her work is branching out, her work is deeply rooted, or she's working with a tree, something around a tree that grows finance and huge loads of money and a foreign property. And that whole story about the dog and stuff, if I read the dog literally as like a literal dog, there's a lie around that. They might say that the dog was sick or whatever, but no, I'm seeing an advisor here that gets sacrificed and put on trial eventually to save her ass. Also, she looks like she's also quite possibly working with people from overseas to cheat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 16, 15. To cheat and steal for authority and steal the authority of someone new, steal the authority of a child, because they're digging up an investigation here in the shadows and she's part of it. So I don't know. And then she knights over to the crossroads and she's in the house of scythe. That bitch is dangerous. And she's got the scythe right underneath her. So it could mean that she was cut off as a corporate executive, but it's like right there. It's right there. So she may not officially be doing it. She might be doing it in the shadows, though. Like, that's where I'm confused. And they're cheating and stealing huge loads of financing. Also cheating and stealing from authority. Cheating and stealing from power. Taking it away slowly. It's a slow bleeding out of funds. You have the mice in the house of bear. That's a slow bleeding out of funds. Corrupt power, a slow bleeding out of funds, something as simple as going on a diet to lose weight. And Pompeo lands in the house of fish. So he's got business too, but he's not directly linked to it. He's got a back channel to it. Let me follow him around. Hold on. 28 to 34. 24, 25, 26. Oh, he's got secret money. We gonna find out, homeboy. 32, 31, 30. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then, yep, his line is short. His line is short. He's got money that's hidden for the Senate. He's got business that is secret for the Senate. Or it's man, fish book. That's a man whose money is secret, man whose business is secret, man whose, yeah, it's a freaking secret though. And then it gets illuminated. It shows down the line because he falls outside of the tableau. Up on the top, it shows that all of his financial contracts that him and his wife have kept quiet, that eventually gets exposed. I can't tell you when though, because I was looking at June, July, quite possibly around August. Simply, and I'm going to show you why. I could be totally wrong. On this grand tableau, I was trying to go out 8 months from June 2020 till January 2021. Okay. Let me see. Sorry. Okay. He's down here. Let me see. He's down here in the line of fate. So he's not even interacting with the grand tableau. This is all the crap that's going on. He's completely outside of it. Okay. And that's why I was saying it looks like his wife is more involved than we think. And this whole thing with the arms deal to Saudi Arabia is just the tip of the iceberg because she's the one that's a financial executive here. And she's raking in the cash from overseas governments. And she's the one that leaves and returns to make the deals this way. She's the one that's being gifted. But eventually she gets cut off from an organization. His line is here. So this is his present. Okay. This could be, the birds is right next to him. So this could be the whistleblower on him. But he's got hopes and wishes and aspirations to get lucky in the Senate here. There's the election. Moving forward this way, you have, so if this is June, this could be July. This could quite possibly be August simply because it ends here with the sun. The sun is the summertime or the 31st of the month. So news arrived in May. You have the tree in the house of Rider. If I read that as time, the tree is card number 5. News arrives in May about his wife. Okay. This is where he's at. June, July. An investigation that was done in the shadows, an investigation or sneaky ass stuff that was done in the shadows and covered up gets exposed, and there's news coming in about his wife. The writer goes back to the woman. Okay. This is, if this is June, July, this could quite possibly be August. The shady contracts that were made, reports, 16, 15, 14, an investigative report, false documents as well that have been secured, that have been kept secret from conservatives or secret around his aspirations to get into the Senate, get revealed here. What may be revealed is their ties to the corporate executives and who was behind it, but I'm also seeing foreign governments around her. An institution represented by the stars, an institution represented by a bear, a scythe, fleur-de-lis, an institution here. That's going to be in the media that we're going to be suspicious of. Also, this could be appearances on the media that we're going to be suspicious of and shady of. Tech companies as well, foreign tech companies here around her, because you have the tower in the house of ships. So this could be a foreign company, a foreign government that's represented by stars. So this could be, and then there's hacking here. And this is travel by air gets cut off. Travel by air gets cut off before the elections. Travel by air gets cut off, and then a choice or a decision, a sudden, swift decision here to travel by air. An institution represented by a scythe, or being cut off from a corporation, or being cut off from an institution or an enterprise. 24, 25, 26, 27. Multiple documents too. Multiple documents that have to do around business and finance in her career that are multiple documents around her career contracts, money that has been kept hidden. There's the multiple reports and documents. Him in the public or him in a large body of people, news about her coming out. Secrets that have been lied about for an affair or because he loves her. That's his wife. There's a woman here also that gets exposed because she's the queen of clubs. She lands in the house of Sun. There's a woman here, but he's around 7 to 12 people. And he's publicly speaking here. And this, I can only go this way and this way with him. There's evidence of a violation around him that he was keeping from this body right here, a body of older men with white hair. Will he retire? I cannot tell because, like I said, he's down here. He's not interacting with the tableau. He's not interacting. If this is a resignation or a retirement, I don't know. Abusing and criticizing a child to put on trial for something that he's passionate about, obstructing something and corruption and an advisor that is lying or an advisor that's a snake. This advisor is tied to this person. So like I said, I don't know if they're going to try to pin this on Kushner or somebody else around them to get the dirt off her. And here's the contracts that she has. Those look like they start getting more steam and coming out the closer we get to quite possibly the summer, simply because of this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. This is a lucky opportunity, new contracts or contracts with the child, important contracts, evidence around her contracts, and then her partnerships and agreements with friends, but they might lie and say it's about the dog. No, this is partnerships and agreements with friends. 24, 23, that are corrupt. Corrupt alliances here. Criminal conspiracy that's guilty here. Now, does she go to court? I don't know, because her line here is not looking good. She's heading into trouble. If there's documents here, they get lost or stolen here. But it's like there's evidence on her that comes out. But there's also documents, reports, news, no, not news, documents, reports, articles, messages, mail that gets lost or stolen. Or they're made very, 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 very small. Very small. They take away from it. It's made smaller here, and it's made smaller here. Also reports about a corrupt child as well. 16, 24, 23, 22. And it's all around securing his election. You got the anchor in the house of anchor in the house of crossroads. But again, I don't know if he's going to be successful in the elections. If this is him in the elections getting into the Senate, there's news that he's kept secret here from the Senate. There's a betrayal and then something that he loves. If this is his multiple homes here, multiple families involved, multiple sources of evidence around 16 or 24, 23, 22, 21 of delays and obstructions. There's evidence of him obstructing multiple times. I can't see that far ahead for his elections. If this is his election for the Senate, what's in House 22? It's like he's working with partners to steal, and then this person gets put on trial. Now, I can't say for certain if he's going to win, because, again, he falls outside of the tableau. Let me see. It could be a literal child, yes. Literally a child. It could be one of Trump's children, or it could be a totally unrelated child that gets put on a trial. Also, the child lands in the house of stars. This could be a child that is on the media. This could be a child that is a celebrity. This could be, sorry, my camera fell over. A child that is a celebrity, a child that's going on the media, a child that is perhaps involved with technology, a child that's a celebrity. Let me ask it this way. Will Mike Pompeo win election in the Senate? Will Mike Pompeo win his election for the Senate? Will Mike Pompeo win his election for the Senate? Will Mike Pompeo win his election for the Senate? Will Mike Pompeo win his election for the Senate? There's going to be ongoing talks and gossip around that. It's not giving me a secure yes or no. They've secured speakers. This is what I got. This is not a straight neutral, positive, neutral. The news may arrive about the people that he's secured to speak. News arrives of someone that's secured that has been a whistleblower, somebody that's using their voice to sing like a bird. 7 to 12 people as well. News of ongoing meetings that he's had between 7 to 12 people that are not that the meetings themselves were 7 to 12 people that are in his like clique. This is like your clique. Okay. There's going to be ongoing news and gossip, hearings, whistleblowers. Let me see. I'm going to ask it this way. Does he win the Senate seat in Kansas? Does Mike Pompeo win the Senate seat in Kansas? Does Mike Pompeo win the Senate seat in Kansas? Does Mike Pompeo win the Senate seat in Kansas? Does Mike Pompeo win the Senate seat in Kansas? Nope, it looks like something gets shut down because of an investigation or suspicion. And then in his grand tableau, he's got the coffin in the second house, an end of an opportunity, shutting down an opportunity, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because someone's taken an opportunity to speak. Ongoing speeches and discussions about 24, 23, 22, him securing the elections, 24, 25, 26, 27, multiple documents, investigative reports into something that they were doing with the tree. I don't know if that is like Cyprus. Oh, thank you, Seggy Love. You're too nice. It looks like his campaign, they're going to cancel it. Like I said, because on her diagonal, it's tree, woman, scythe, garden. A deeply rooted woman cuts off a campaign, or she's separated from a campaign. He's got the campaign over his head in his house. And that's followed by the writer in her house. It looks like once stuff really starts hitting the fan about all the stuff his wife's been doing, it looks like it may force him to have to shut down his campaign because of the backlash. There's too much of a backlash. You got the whip in the house of coffin that causes a shutdown because of a pattern of obstruction and backlashes for stuff that she's been doing. But what we're hearing now is just the tip of it. So I'm going to have to do a grand tableau on her. Actually, I'm going to have to finish this one. And we are over 2 hours now. I'm going to... No, it's not a person, Martha. No, it's not a person. The tree is not a person. It's not a person. Once that stuff hits the fan about what his wife has been doing overseas for her career, she's been going overseas for her career, her reputation. Also, quite possibly somewhere overseas that's represented by a moon. She's got contracts with somebody that has a moon that's been shady and clouded over. Is that Turkey? Is that Turkey? Let me look up Turkey. I don't see a bank here, you guys. It's not a bank. This is not a bank. I'm seeing her. She's presenting here as a corporate executive or a hedge fund manager. But she's separated from that institution. And I'm not seeing banks around her. I'm seeing her as a corporate executive, though, somehow. And she's the one that's got the contracts overseas. And she's the one that's doing, I can't really say foreign policy because the ship is far from the letter. The ship is far from the letter. That would be like foreign policy. But it's like she's hobnobbing and getting contracts with foreign governments. Like, I'll have to come back and look at this later. My brain is fried and I'm like extremely hungry. Let me, hold on. Before I do this, let me, what is, there's an institution represented by a star, one represented by a tree, one by a bear, one by a moon, one by a scythe or a sickle, something sharp like that. I'm seeing Russia, Saudi Arabia. But the contracts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The ring lands in the house of in the house of clouds, not sun. So it's like gas, contracts for gas, like if I'm reading it literally. And contracts as well that have been obscured and troublesome. 16, 15, 14, 13. Gas. Let me look up, not gas like farting, but like, you know what I mean, gas. So let me look this up. So the clouds as a thing is perfume, smoke, incense, cigarettes, hookah, or any other item that can be smoked, a humidifier, anything gaseous. So it's a contract for gas. And then quite also possibly mining, because she's in the house of scythe. She's got the scythe right underneath her. Not hacking, mining. What is that thing called when you 16, 17, 18, 19? When you get into like a mountain and you dig stuff out of it. What is that called? Fracking? Is it fracking? It's like she's contract for fracking. It's like they're going to drag in one of the advisors and that person's going to lie down one column. And that advisor is lying because that person's corrupt and they're also nervous. I'm going to have to come back and look at this excavating. Yeah, it's like fracking or something, because it's a contract for gas around a mountain. There's like a mountain. There's gas. There's cutting into the mountain, taking stuff out of it, making it smaller. Slow bleeding of funds, also stealing contracts, corrupt contracts, criminal conspiracy around gas, and then that becomes a burden, and then there's a trial too, but the law shows up right above her head, right next to her. It's not ahead of her, it's right above her. So this is looking more like her runarounds with foreign governments, and when she goes overseas to visit, because I see her close to an airport. She's got let me see. This is not something that's happened in the past, okay? Because he's down here. This is everything going on presently. Here's an airport, an institution where you leave and return that gets suddenly cut off here. So it's like she suddenly stops flying right here. And here's her traveling, leaving and returning. But this next column shows that she suddenly stops. She suddenly stops going away. Let me see here, you guys. I'm like starving. I forgot to feed myself again today. So I'm going to have to. There's also a very powerful family here that cuts her off or gets cut off. A powerful family that is dangerous, conservative. They're extremely conservative, and they're looking, and it's very important for them to secure the elections for a religious friend. If I read it very, very, very simply, and that would be this line: a family that's powerful and dangerous. They're conservative, and it's important for them to secure a friend that's religious. Right down this line. This person, this family changes and upgrades, also a change of residence for this, whoever this family is. And there's several families too, and several executives, several people in positions of authority. And he's got the sun in the house of cross. He's been talking to, I don't know if this is like, because he's got the garden right over him. So he's going in public, or he's part of an organization with a large body of people that are very conservative, that are also extremely religious and put people on trial. But here, happy gifts to a man. The man is in the house of fish. So the key or evidence of bribing him financially, and then a whistleblower, ongoing hearings, ongoing conversations, ongoing meetings, and exposure of a trial, or exposure to something that is burdensome or quite religious, because it lands in the house of cross. So I'm going to have to cut that off here, or I'm going to be stuck with this thing for hours and hours and hours. I want to say thank you again to Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice, who was so incredibly kind and sweet to send me a backup of my little miniature deck. He purchased this for me and gifted it to me, and I just received it this week. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you very much. Because as you guys can see, the ones that I'm working with are very, very, very beat up. So yeah, it came in this nice little thing. It came with a tiny little reading cloth, which I don't want to use that one. I'll use my old one that's all frayed because I just don't want them to get ruined. But you guys, I took notes. I have my chart here. Also, I didn't look to see if anything was in its own house. But there's money he's hiding. But that'll come out. I would have to look at this later to see if anything is mirroring. But so far, I'm not seeing anything in its own house. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in its own house. I have it here. I will try to... Thank you, Sunflower. You're too nice. Like I said, I'm sorry he landed outside of the tableau. But the crap's going to hit the fan with this wife because she's the one that's got all the contracts. Looks like contract for gas. If I read it literally, and they've obscured them and shaded it over. And this woman's got ties to foreign governments and foreign institutions. And I don't know what this tree's about. I don't know if this tree is Cyprus. I don't know if this tree is Turkey or Lebanon. There's something there with that tree. Or how long they've been doing this. So I'm going to go eat and study this thing a bit longer and take some notes. Yeah, for you guys that were asking me about Jared Kushner and Khashoggi, please refer to that reading from September 25th and 26th of 2019. I hope to see if anybody else is... Oh, Koch family from Wichita, Becca. Susan is from Wichita. Oh, I'm seeing a powerful religious family. And also a family that is very... they have resources. The fish is your money. The bear is your resources. Like huge loads of resources, because she had bear and then fish. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted to see if I'm going to go to the virtual conference. It's only like $38 US. I'll keep you guys posted when I get my my Grand Jew, the Astro-mythological deck. I told you guys Ona ordered one as well. So we're gonna try to tag team that thing. Oh my God, Jen, you're too kind, my friend. So yeah, and I'm sorry I didn't get to everything, because these things, these are like putting together a puzzle without knowing what the end result is. You know, like when you buy a puzzle and at least you have a picture of what the end is supposed to look like. Well, here you just got the puzzle pieces, but you don't get the picture. So you kind of have to piece it all together. And that's why they're so extensive. And I promise you, when I do these in personal readings, I'm sorry to call you out, Sunflower, but I did one for Sunflower Shanti, and we were there for a long time because she kept landing back here, you know? So they are extensive, and I'm sorry that I can't fish everything out. I try as best I can. So please give me some time to thank you, me, myself. And yes, Teresa, layers and layers and layers. And I'll tell you why. Let me see. Where did I put that book? Oh, give me a second because I put the book in here. Oh, and I have to tell you guys too, I ordered a fortune teller teacup. And yes, Sunflower, you got to let me know about the trip. I ordered a fortune teller teacup and it's stuck in Melbourne, Australia. And the lady was kind enough to let me know that it would take 5 to 7 weeks to get here. And I'm totally cool with it. But my main source for studying is this book because it's very easy to read. It's very, she puts it in a way that's very easy to understand. And also Donna Lay here on YouTube, Tarot Tribes Beyond Worlds. You can find all that info linked down below. I was looking at this book because I like to study up just to keep things fresh. And it wasn't until I started reading this book again that I realized that Lenormand, the Petite Lenormand, you know, the one that Marie Lenormand did not use, has roots in tasseography. Tasseography is the art of divination to where you read tea leaves in a cup or coffee grinds in a cup. So the little fortune teller teacup that I ordered, the lady, you can check out her channel too. Her channel is Tea with Karen, Karin. She has an Etsy shop. She's out of Melbourne, Australia. She does not know who I am. I'm not being paid, nothing. I purchased the products with my own money. They're just stuck in Melbourne, Australia. And what she's done is she's taken the teacups and she's put the symbols inside. So she's taken all the guesswork out. Yeah, like Water Bendita. Yeah, I watch her channel too. She's really cool. Water Bendita is really cool too. But if you want to go check out Karen, her channel is Tea with Karen. Tea like TEA with, and then Karen, KARIN. She has an Etsy shop where she sells tea cards. So like you can, thank you, Linda. You can purchase tea cards for card readings, but instead of it being like tarot or Lenormand, is more like teacup readings. She's got the teacups. She's got stuff that you can cast. So yeah, I was reading through this book and you can see my books are all marked up and I got writing all over it. But yeah, tasseography. And there's a woman here as well. Let me see if I can find her name. Where is she? There is a well-known diviner, Mary Greer, MaryGreer, discovered a missing link connecting coffee ground readings and Lenormand cards in, I'm going to try to read this and I'm probably going to butcher it, Les Amusements des Allemands, or The Diversions of the Court of Vienna, a book published in London in 1796. I do believe I have that linked in the description box below for anybody that wants to go read it. Thank you, Diane. So yeah, there's a link between coffee grounds and the symbols in coffee grounds and Lenormand. So, or the Petite Lenormand as we know it today. Okay. So if anybody's interested, that's linked down below. But in this book, she was saying, let me see if I can find it. The reason why the Lenormand can get so layered, let me see. Because, and I'm reading it from here because if I try to explain it to you myself, I would probably confuse you. But the Lenormand itself, the language of the cards, and the way that the cards speak, they can be quite literal. They can be metaphorical or symbolical. So like the ring right here, it could be a literal ring. It could be metaphorically, this is not something that's money, but it's something that is of value, like jewelry. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second, T Barb. Let me go on the YouTube and find Tea with Karen. Hold on. And I'm going to put it here in the comments section. Okay, you guys? If my YouTube will load. Okie dokie. There's that. All right. Ah. Come on, YouTube. Stop being a schmuck. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put it here in the comments section, you guys. And let me know if this works. And she'll do like weekly teacup readings with the little teacups that she has at her Etsy shop. Or teacup readings with the cards. She does casting. I ordered some casting stuff too from her. And I believe Johnny just got his runes today. So that'll be exciting to see. So in this book, they're saying that it's literal, metaphorical, symbolical, or suggestive. And oh, hi, Lori. So that's why these readings can get so layered. It's because, you know, if I'm reading this could be a literal clover. It could be a small patch of grass. It could just be talking about an opportunity. So that's why you can just get so much out of it. And as fun as it is, it takes a ridiculous amount of time. So I will be studying this grand tableau, and I'll keep in contact with Jenny and Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice, and Ona to see if there's anything else I can pick out. So at least one of us can tackle it, because it's a big job. And I still need to finish. I still need to finish all of these. This one is from Roger Stone. This one is from Donald Trump, the one that we just did. This is the one that Johnny did on Donald Trump. So it's just, and then I have a list here of grand tableaus. I still need to do one for Mike Flynn, Justice Roberts, Justice Sullivan, William Barr, Jared Kushner. I got loads of tableaus to do. So I need to finish reviewing this one and try to piece what I can together and try to get on the other ones. So, and like I said, you guys, he landed outside, so it was really hard for me to see what exactly is coming up for him. It looks like most of the crap that's going to hit the fan is around his wife. Keep an eye out for August around his wife. That's looking like when you're quite possibly around the summer. Let me double check myself. Hold on. Because that came up in the column for August. But let me check myself in the book because I don't want to be misinforming you. Yeah, timing for the sun is the summer, morning or daytime, or the 31st of the month. But it was so far ahead that I don't think it's the 31st of the month. I'm thinking more towards the summer, quite possibly August. I could be wrong, but that's looking like when the contracts around something to do with gas may come out. So I'm going to get off now and go stuff my face because I'm hungry. And thank you everyone so much for the super chats. Please, if you're interested, check out Ona from Ona's Tarot. She did that reading with the egg. Oh, hugs from Artie. Hugs to Artie too, Jen. Nines Corner Tarot as well. NINE''S Corners Tarot. Our new Canadian friend who's new here in YouTube. And yeah, you guys, wish me luck when I get those cards in, because that's gonna be a job. And the Kipper is kicking my ass. Like the Kipper is just like, you know. So I'll do a separate video on that. But thank you everybody for hanging out. I think Jen from Jen Lynn or Jenny and her beautiful little Artie, our resident lovebird Artie, will be on tonight. So keep an eye out. And I'll see you guys later. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much.